Yes, ma'am.
Welcome all of you. Today on the 7th and the last day of a week-long hands-on workshop and faculty development program on time series analysis, we have our resource person, Professor Brijesh Awasthi sir with us to deliver a session today on a very, very important and significant topic, that is research paper writing. As we all know, as researcher, as a teacher, we all have to do one thing that is consistent, which is to write the research paper. And every time we have to think that how we have to analyze, how we have to interpret the data. So this is the most important topic, I think, which we all have to learn continuously. And Professor Brijesh sir is going to throw light upon the very, very significant topic today, that how to write the research paper, and specifically he will tell us that how we can use Excel to do so. So I welcome you once again, sir, Professor Brijesh Awasthi sir, for enlightening all of us to how to write the research paper. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Very good evening, everyone. In last 6 days, we discussed about forecasting as well as time series, and today also I'm going to discuss one more method of which is related to ARIMA, that is what time series analysis only, right? Later on I will talk about what are the important factors which you must have take care while you are writing research paper, right? Although we all develop a model, have you heard there is one term, that is what is structure equation modeling. When we develop a SAM model is another kind of regression analysis. So similarly, when you are talking about regression analysis or simple regression analysis, there are so many factors which we have to take care while we are going to do it, right? So first of all, I'm just sharing my screen so that I will discuss my third model, right? Just a minute. Right. I hope so my screen is visible to everyone. This is what we have data, right? In which we have date and then we have a price. What I want to do, I want to apply auto regression model on it. That is what auto regression integrated moving average method. What exactly it is, how we can use it. Number one, it is what auto regression. That means I am going to find the regression between the series, the same data. Number two, I will calculate the, I will forecasting the data on the basis of what? That is moving average, right? On the basis of the continuous pattern, we are going to do it. And how we will do it, what is the methodology? You just look at here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to calculate the difference with previous value. Because of, if I'm talking about this price, we don't have any previous value, right? So we are not able to calculate. But if I'm talking about this, the next price, we have a previous value this. So the difference between these two prices, that is what this minus this. What exactly I want to say, that is I'm going to calculate difference, basically YT minus YT minus 1. That means the current minus previous is known as difference. So I'm just going to calculate the difference, right? And on the basis of this difference, what is my objective? Because of it's going to show me an auto regression, right? And the auto regression of difference of 1. So I will calculate the constant as well as auto regression coefficient of it. So I just calculate the difference between these two, then I'm just going to drag it. You will find I calculate the difference. And you will see, I just this, you can see this is what my last value. Last value, that is what difference of current minus previous. I calculate the difference. Now, what exactly I am going to do? I'm going to find the coefficient and auto regression coefficient, constant and auto regression coefficient. How will I calculate it? If you have remember with the help of regression, because of it is what? Difference. If I'm going to plot it, if I'm going to plot this data, just a minute, I'm just going to plot it. Take it down. Okay, if I'm going to plot the data, this is what. So I just want to know the regression line. I just want to know the regression line, which have one coefficient and another thing, that is what? AR. That is what, this is what A and this is what B. B stands for slope and A stands for intercept. I want to calculate it. And how will I calculate? On the basis of regression, we can calculate it. So just I'm going to calculate the regression. And how will I calculate? Just wait. To calculate the regression, we require the independent variable, and independent variable is what? My series X. I'm just going to consider the difference is what? Series Y. Now I want to calculate the series of X. I just insert one column so that I will take a series, that is what? T. I will take a time T. And is what one. Why I am going to take one? I will take this one, and it comes date. I just change the type. I will take number. This is what one, and I'm just going to drag it. I'm just going to drag it. I drag it and convert into the series. So this is what? A series. Now I'm going to calculate what? That is regression. So data, then data analysis. And in data analysis, we have to choose regression, click OK. And this is what my Y series, right? And if I'm talking about series, this is what my X series. There is no label, and I want output on the same sheet. And at this place, I want to get output and click OK. You will get, we found intercept, right? We found intercept. Intercept is basically nothing, it is constant, right? And this is what X variable coefficient, that is what AR. So if I'll say what is the value of coefficient is what equals to, I'll do one thing, I'll just copy it, Control C and paste. Control Alt V, I'll take the value so that I can delete later. And this is what my coefficient, Control C, Alt Control V, and just paste it, that is what value. Just done it, right? And it is what significant, everything like this part is perfect. Although there's no difference between the pricing and the, that means X series and Y series is not going to define, it is not going to predict the value of difference on the basis of it. But for time being, for explanation point of view, I'm just going to take this value, right? And I'm going to delete this regression, because of I got only what? That is coefficient as well as coefficient of auto regression. Now, if I'll say I'm just going to calculate the, I just want to forecast. What I want to do? Forecast. And this is what ARIMA model. And in this case, I will use this formula, that is what YT, that is what current year forecasting is equals to constant plus your previous price, constant plus previous actual forecast, actual price. I will just write FT so that you can understand. This is what forecast for current year, right? Previous plus this is what AR coefficient multiply by previous year price minus previous to previous year price. Previous to previous year price. So if I'm talking about this, we don't have previous year price and previous to previous year price. So I'm not going to forecast for this. If I'm talking about this, we have previous year price, but we don't have previous to previous year price. So I'm not going to forecast for this. If I'm talking about forecasting for this, what is the value of C? Because the formula is what? Value of C is 54.9267. Yes or no?
Yes,
Plus
sir.
previous year price is what? This. That is 3180.89. This is what previous year price. Plus coefficient of auto regression is what? This. That is
0.229.
0.229645. Right. Within bracket. The previous year price is what? 3180.89 minus previous to previous year price. This is what previous to previous year price.
3526.
That is what 3526.959. 0.59, right? When we are going to calculate it, we can what we are going to do? We are going to do forecast for this year,
Next.
this date, right? And similarly, on the basis of previous data, we can forecast for the rest of the dates. I'm just going to calculate it. Just a minute. I just remove these drawings so that it is clear to you, right? So how will I calculate? Equals to, what is the constant? This is what the constant value, and I'm going to make it what? Absolute.
D2.
Right.
Yes.
Then plus then the previous price. The previous price is this. Right. Then plus next is what? Coefficient of auto regression. This is what coefficient of auto regression, and this must be a absolute because of I'm going to drag it. I'm not going to calculate for each and every value. I'm going to drag it. So this,
Yes.
then multiply by the previous year price minus previous to previous year price. That is what? Second previous year, right? And just close it and enter. So this is the forecasting value. Forecast for the 1st of September,
September.
right? 1991. Now, if I'm going to drag it, I can calculate the forecasting, right? So this is what up to this point we have the value. If I want to know about the next date, what should I do? I just drag it. So with the help of this, we can do forecast. That means on 2nd of June. Why 2nd of June? It must be what? That is 1st of July, right? 1st of July 2008. The forecasted price is what? 18,687.3. This is what forecast price. What we use in this case ARIMA model, and ARIMA model, that is what we use auto regression, as well as we are work upon the we worked upon what? That the moving average. That means what? The difference between the two prices we used for auto regression, right? So with the help of this method, we can calculate. Now, my next concern is this. I want to know that just a minute, what happened? Control check. Oh, delete, and delete. Now, my next interest is what? I want to calculate error. And error is basically equals to price and minus forecast.
E8 minus E8.
Right. That is what price minus forecast.
Four.
So 3252.22 minus 3156.428. And just drag it so that we can calculate the difference between the forecast
Error.
and actual. So this is what error.
Yes.
And if I want to calculate the average of error, what we have to do, we will take absolute deviation, right? I want to calculate the absolute deviation of error. So this is what absolute deviation. So equals to average of this data, average of this and this. So the error is what? Average error is 1486.28. Although this is very high. Yes or no? And I told you that there are many methods to for the purpose of forecasting, and we have to decide on the basis of the nature of data that there is a seasonal effect, there is a linearity, there is a that is what exponential. According to the data, you have to understand which method you are going to use. And the ultimate purpose is this, that our error must be what? Equals to 0. Yes or no? We want to minimize it. We
Yes.
want to minimize our error. I hope it is clear, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Any doubt in this process, please let me know.
Sir,
Can you repeat? Your voice is not clear, please.
sir, please.
Do you want to repeat? Yes or no?
Yes.
Right. Because of you are doing very quick. You just touch the mic button and say, and you just remove it. Okay. So I will try the same process on another data. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
I'm doing the same process on another data.
Another
And
data.
just open another file. Just a minute. I'll take. I will apply on this part, right? On this price. I hope it is visible to you.
So earlier it was shown. Yes, now we can see, sir.
Right. It is visible to you. I just increase 2-3 columns above, right? So that I can find the one is what?
Constant and one is
Constant
auto
value,
regression.
and that is what? Coefficient of auto regression, right? Of auto regression. Right. And I just do one thing. I will reduce the decimal. 2 decimal I'll take. Okay. Now, how will I calculate the auto regression, coefficient of auto regression and constant?
So we have to take a time series as well.
First of all, we have to calculate the difference, right? We have to calculate difference of price. That means just previous price. Difference with just previous price. Yes or no?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
If I'm calculate difference is basically what? YT minus YT minus 1.
Minus 1.
Right. This is basically a difference, and in this case, just come this and subscript, right? Okay. And this is also, it looks good now when we are going to give such formatting. That seems good, right? So YT minus YT
YT
minus 1.
minus
So if I'm talking about this cell, is there any previous price? Yes, tell me. Is there any previous price? So it is not possible, right? Because of for this price, we don't have any previous price. Agreed? If I'm talking about this, definitely what we are going to do, we are going to calculate. This is what my current price minus this is what my previous price. Yes or no?
yes, sir.
What we calculate that this value which comes from 14.65 minus 14.38. Yes or no? This is what YT and this is
Yes,
what
sir.
YT
Yes, sir.
minus
Minus 1.
1. So I calculated. If I'm going to drag it, you will find that all difference are in front of you. Agreed? You can
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
see in this case, that is what, if I'm talking about this, what? This is what YT.
Yes, sir.
This is what YT minus 1. So this minus this is what? You will get the answer. That is what? 1.90. Agreed?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
I just
Yeah.
calculate. Now my next concern is this. My next step is this. I want to calculate the constant value and coefficient of auto regression.
Auto regression.
And how we can calculate it, the coefficient and auto regression? That is what, with the help
Regression.
of regression, simple linear regression.
Yes, sir.
With the help of simple linear regression, we can calculate. If I'll see the data, if I'll see the data, this data is like this, yes or no?
It is scattered. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. And definitely my regression line will be like this only.
Yes, it should
Right.
be.
My regression line must be a straight line. And with the help of that regression, we will get the constant as well as coefficient of auto regression. So this is what my dependent variable, but it is depend on what? The difference is depend on what? On the basis of time,
Time.
Yes, sir.
right? And we don't have
Lag.
time. We don't have time factor right now. So we have to create, right? This is what time. And I'll take it from here, 0, then 1, right? Because of for 0, that is what 14.38 is my base price, na? Because of my data is start from 14.38. So I'm not going to consider that point. I'll start from the next price only. And I just drag it and just click on this fill options, and I will click on fill series. And with the help of fill series, now you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 automatically appear, right? It is a beauty of Excel. Earlier, this function is not available before 2013. I think this fill cell options, fill series option is available from 2016, right? I'm using 2019 at right now. It is, I think it is available from 2016, right? So I just develop
So
a
earlier we used to write at least 1, 2, 3 numbers. Then we used to drag it. Then we were able to have.
earlier, definitely. Earlier, we have to use 2 numbers, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that on the basis of difference is going to create, it's going to make a series.
Yes, sir.
But if I'll use like 1001 and I'm going to drag it,
It will not change.
right? And when I'm going to click on it, you will have a you will find a fill series.
Yes, sir.
It starts. You can take any number, 345, right? If I'm going to drag it, and then you just fill series, you will find a series from 345 only. 345, 346.
Yes.
Right. So I just develop a series. Now what I'm going to calculate, that is what? Regression. So data, then data analysis, regression, and in regression, what we have to do? We have
Choose.
to select Y. This is what
Dependent
my Y
variable.
series. This is my Y series. And if I'm talking about X, this is what my X series.
X
Remember
series.
this thing,
Independent variable.
the length of your Y series and the length of your X series must be same. Yes or no? It is very much essential.
Yes, sir.
Now, I want output in the cell and just click OK. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is what the p value is. Oh my God, p value is not significant. Yes or no? The
Yes, sir.
auto regression is not significant. So we will not continue if the significant value is not, the value of auto regression coefficient is not significant. We
Yes,
will
sir.
not continue. Right. Because of there is no sense now.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Can we take another data?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. I'm just going to choose another data. Just a minute.
So we can take the shortest one. Yes, one. This one will work.
This
I
one.
think. No, earlier one.
This.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can I copy it from here?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Control V. And what should we do? Difference.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
DIFF difference. Difference is basically equals to this minus this.
This.
Enter.
YT minus 1.
Right. Correct. This. Then this is what 1, 2.
Time. 1, 2. 1, 0, 1, 2.
This. And what I have to do next?
Regression.
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 Okay, so for regression, data analysis, regression, ting tong, ting, 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 ting. Delete, delete. Now Y series. This is what my Y series.
Yes,
And
sir.
this is what my
X
X
series.
series. And just okay, the same position. No, I'll change. Here I want to get the output. Just click OK. Okay. Oh no, what exactly is happening? It's the same thing, right?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
we just ignore it. Yes or no? This time we
Yes.
just ignore it, Hannah, for the sake of understanding point of view, right?
Okay, sir.
Hannah. So I'll take this is what constant and this is what AR. Okay. And I'm going to take that intercept is can I take intercept as 0.8? Right. I'm not going to values from this regression, right? I'm just
Okay,
assuming
sir.
0.25. Right. So what should I do? Equals to, yeah, we will take actual value now. Otherwise, you will say, sir, you are manipulating the data, you are manipulating the values. This is not fair. Hmm.
So we could not be able to match as well, na?
If you are not, if you are teaching manipulation to the student, then what the students will do?
Always they will do the manipulation.
So equals to, I'm just going to do forecast. Forecast, then equals to, this is what my constant plus, this is what my previous price, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Plus, this is what my auto regression coefficient
Yes.
multiply by the difference between previous to previous.
Hmm.
Right. The difference is this. Bracket close, then entered. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
We got it. And what we have to do, we have to make it what? Absolute. I'm talking about constant as well as coefficient. Oh, what happened? This is not done. This. Right. And just entered. Then you have to drag it. Actually, this is the process to calculate it. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Then you have to calculate error. Then you can check that your error is minimum or not. So it's totally depend on the data. Okay, what type of data you have. We will use this method when we have a static. Our data is static. Then only we will use it, right? If you have remember, this data has seasonal effect, na?
Yes, sir.
You remember?
Yes, sir.
There its data has seasonal effect. If our data is like this, na,
Mm.
Yes,
then
sir.
we will use it, right? So it's totally depend on this part. I think it's clear to you all.
Yes.
Okay. So this is about the auto regression. And one more thing, one important thing, that is what the research paper. Yes or no? Please
Yes.
raise your hand. How many of you are working on regression analysis, or how many of you are working on forecasting? So that we will have some, live papers. Okay. So Aditi, can you tell me something about your research paper so that I can discuss about that part?
So as I told earlier as well, I am
That is related to, I think,
foreign exchange.
dollar and rupee, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
And
how?
similarly, I'm going to take US dollars,
Mhm.
Chinese yen, and
Right.
euro as well.
Okay.
3
Wonderful.
countries I'm taking.
Right. So you are going to do a study on the foreign exchange, right? That is
Yes, sir.
so that you can forecast. And
Yes,
how
sir.
many factors you are considering?
So the 4 or
Only
5
time.
factors I have taken.
Okay. What are those factors?
The first is the inflation,
Okay.
is the export-import ratio,
Right.
and third was the bank rate.
Mm-hmm.
And these 3 are the crucial one, and I can eliminate 2 more because I'm not sure about those as well. I'm not
Okay.
getting data.
Right. Right. And what about Sandipti?
Yes, sir.
What exactly you are doing in your research?
Yes, sir. This is my thesis, sir. Thesis work. I'm going to submit it. It is FDI inflows trends I'm calculating, sir. FDI inflows in India.
Okay.
I'm going to forecast that.
Mm-hmm.
And then how the other factors are influencing FDI inflows to increase or decrease.
Okay.
That
Now,
is,
if I'm talking about when you are working on your thesis, when you are writing research paper, there are few important things, right? Number one, that is very important. That is what your data. Yes or no? And definitely when we are talking about the forecasting, that means we are working on the secondary data. Am I right or wrong?
yes, sir.
Absolutely, sir.
Yes.
Right. If I'm talking about the this time series analysis, definitely time series analysis always based on secondary data. If I'm talking about forecasting, in case of a forecasting is depend on either secondary data, or sometimes it depend on what? Primary data.
Primary data.
right? If I want to develop a model, if I want, I'm going to create a model, I want to find the relationship between two variable. I want to see the impact of one variable of another variable. If I want to see the impact of a set of variables on the dependent variable. So these are the, many important factors which we have to understand before we will proceed. Right. Okay. When we are talking about either time series analysis or regression analysis, the first and foremost important thing is what? The size of data. How you can decide that in case of a time series analysis, 200 or 300 observations are sufficient, or 50 observations sufficient. How you will find it out? Can anybody tell me?
No, sir.
Normally what happen, if I'm talking about time series analysis, we cannot work upon time series analysis on short data. Yes or no? Have you
Yes,
seen
sir.
this time I have 3 years data, 3 or 4 years data, which just we
Yes, sir.
applied this ARIMA model. Yes or no? ARIMA
Yes,
model
sir.
is based for what? Time series analysis, na? And we
Yes,
just
sir.
apply that method on this very short data. It's not going to work upon it, right? And if I'm talking about the regression, definitely you can go for regression with short data, but not in time series. In time series data, you must have lengthy data. And there is no definition like we require 100, 200, 500, 1000 or 5000, but we have high data, high volume data, so that we can analyze the pattern of time series. Suppose if you have remember, I shared one presentation in front of you. I just open it so that it is you are clearly understand. Just a minute. Yes. It is visible to you?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
So what is visible to you right now?
So your folder, time
What?
series analysis.
Time series analysis. Right. Now,
Yes, sir.
Sir.
okay. Uh, Now, if you will see in this chart, in this question, what you are able to understand? What's your perception regarding this?
So these are the given sales of 2 different years of different territories.
Okay. Then how you will calculate the expected sales in the year 2022? How you will calculate? This is very big question, na?
Yes, sir. I'm not finding dependent, independent.
Right. Anybody else?
Used to multiple regression.
Multiple regression, okay. And how you will apply multiple regression in this case?
Used by time series.
Used by time series, okay. Anybody else? Now, can I take this data set into the Excel? I
Yes, sir.
think that
Yes.
is far better, na? If we are going to take it in Excel, Control V.
So
And
that one only. Territory sale.
no, I'm just going to take the complete sheet, this.
Okay, sir.
And just you can see share. Okay. Now this. Now If you will see in this question, oh, I choose wrong one. Control C.
I was telling you.
Actually, it's a aging effect, na, on me. Right or wrong?
What, sir?
It's a aging effect.
No.
Okay, now just tell me, I want to predict the expected sale in 2022. Right, in territory A. That means this is actually my question, yes or no, if I'm going to talk about the territory A.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
This is
Yes.
actually my question. What will be the expected sale? Sometime presentation is going to confuse you. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. And now it will be more clear to you. This time it will be more clear to you. Done?
Yes,
Just
sir.
tell me, what is the expected sale in 2022? So this is your X
Hmm.
and this is your Y. Yes or no? Sales. But
Yes,
we
sir.
have only two data sets.
Yes, sir.
We don't have much information. If we are going to draw a plot, if I'm going to draw a plot, if I'm going to draw a plot, right? So what you will do in this case? What is your regression line? Your regression line is like this only.
Yes, sir.
That means in 2022, your sales is going down.
Yes, sir.
In 2022, your sales is going down. So what will be your sale in 2022? Right. So in that case, when we have less data, just a minute, I'll just put on this.
Plug on, sir.
Yeah. Right. So when we have two data, so in that case, what we can do, we just assume that our previous sale is our next target, next forecasting. Yes or no?
Yes,
In
sir.
that case, my forecasted sale, I'm talking about forecasting is equals to this. This will be my forecasting. Yes or no? I don't know what we will sell in 2022. It might be less, it might be equal, it might be more, but my forecasting sale is what? My previous sale. Agreed? When we have less data. Or I'm talking about in beginning, in starting. Agreed?
Okay, sir.
Right. Okay. If I'm talking about my next question, just read this question very carefully. Just read it.
Yes, sir.
How you will calculate the sales of quarter 3 of 2022?
So we'll do the two-time regression, sir. The first time for Rajasthan and second time for West Bengal.
Right. Regression on the like what is your independent variable? That is what time series only? That is
Yes,
time?
sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Are you sure that in regression, which method you will use? Simple regression, exponential, what, or polynomial? What type of regression you will use? Or how you will check there is a seasonality or not? How you will check it?
By By
That
making a
means
diagram.
most important point is that you have to do what? First, visualize your data,
Draw
right?
the.
So when you are talking about, when you are writing research paper or when you are working on your thesis now, just remember this thing, you have to visualize your data first. Gotten my point? Don't
Yes.
go without visualization of your data. Otherwise, what happen? Might be in your data, there will be a exponential growth. And without visualization, you are not able to understand. Can
Yes,
we
sir.
see what exactly is happening with this data? Can we see? Control A, delete. I just make it normalize because of I choose some colors like this. Okay, now Control V, just formatting and this. Now I'm talking about, because of I have to forecast for these two values, right? So what should I do? First of all, I have to
Draw the data. Visualize the data.
just so I just check it. I just drag it and insert, and I just take the line. So what do you think about this? I think there is no seasonality, number one,
Yes, sir.
and it is kind of trend line now. Increasing trend is there,
Yes, sir.
right? So it's okay if
So
I'm
can we say it a linear?
that the linearity is there, but I am
Yes.
talking about there is a trend that is not
Trend.
increasing,
Yes, sir.
right? You just see if I'll make it a scattered plot, right? Where is scattered? This, okay, and can you see this line?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
This line is increasing now. This trend is increasing.
Yes, sir.
This trend is increasing. Right. I'm talking about this. If this line is like this is what horizontal, yes or no?
Yes, is straight line.
Right.
Horizontal.
So what static, if I'm talking about this, trend is there. So definitely there is a trend and there is no seasonality. With the help of that formula, what was the formula to check the seasonality? What was the formula? Have you remembered? No, sir, we forgot it. How many of you remembered that formula? What about in this case? If you will see the previous chart, you just look at here. Can you say that it's a decline trend?
Yeah.
No,
No.
no, 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 no,
No.
no. You
No.
can't say on the basis of this linear pattern, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But when I'm going to convert into the scattered, scattered, and I will draw a regression line, then you will find that there is a decline pattern, yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
So these methods are very important to understand, understand the nature of your data, right? So definitely in both cases, if I'm talking about Rajasthan, if I'm talking about this West Bengal, if I will apply simple linear regression, that is not correct. Yes or no? That
Yes.
is not correct. And you can see it also. I'm just going to explain you. You just look at here. I'm directly calculating using this method. I'm saving some time. This, okay. And this is what regression, right? Can you see what is the value of R square?
Point
0.040.
0.04. 0.04.
Yes, sir.
Can we accept that it is perfect? Can we consider it? If you have remember, I told you that we required minimum 0.5. Yes or no? The value of R
Yes,
square.
sir. The significance, yes.
50%, we required minimum 50%, but it is only what?
4%.
4%. Only 4%. If I am talking about, if I'll say, I'm going to make it polynomial. There is no effect, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
It might be okay, 0.24, but we are not getting a perfect line for it. If I'm
Yes, sir.
talking about power, no. If I'm talking about moving average, then
We
can fit. That means in that case, we have to use ARIMA model to do a perfect analysis. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
That means regression line is not perfect in this case. We
Yes, sir.
cannot predict the future. We cannot forecast the future sale, future
On the
target
basis
on
of
the basis of what? Regression line. What we have to use?
ARIMA.
ARIMA, time series analysis we have to apply, because of it's going to explain in a better way. Right?
Yes, sir.
Now, I'll just go to the next point.
Mama,
Okay.
ये बंद कर.
Case 3. What do you think about it? Again, we can't say on the basis of data, because of data is not going to explain us. What we will do? Again, we will check it.
Diagram, sir.
Right. Okay. So it is a fluctuation. Can we check there is a seasonality or not?
Yes, sir.
Right. We can try in this case. How will check seasonality? You forgot it, I think, huh?
Yes, sir. I forgot. It was a forecast seasonality.
Just convert number, then drag it. Series now is there. Now equals to forecast seasonality. This is the values, comma. I'm talking about timeline and entered. No, there is no seasonality. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
We found that there is no seasonality.
No seasonality.
Right. But now in this case, if I'll check the data, chart design, chart type, scattered, okay, then this is what 0.73. I hope it is visible.
Yes, sir.
0.73, yes or no? If
Yes,
I'll go for exponential, 0.80. If I'm talking about polynomial, 0.83. And when I'm going to increase the degree,
It's still 0.8.
0.83, right?
Yes, sir.
The points are changing in at third place or fourth place of decimal.
Yes, sir.
So why I'm going to make it complex? I think 2 degrees more than sufficient. And that is what 0.83. If I'm talking about exponential, it is
0.80.
0.80. So in that case, polynomial is good. That is what 0.83. So we can predict, we can forecast the sale on the basis of this polynomial method. Yes or no? And
Yes.
what will be my formula? What will be my equation? What will be my equation? My equation will be this. Yes or no? I'm just going to Control C and I'm going to paste Control V. And this is what x power 2. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
This is what x. I'm just correcting it. Multiply by the cell. Oh, what exactly happening? This 0.42, this x not, this is what b 2 raised to the power 2. What I'll do, I'm going to type it only, right? Why I'm become lazy. 0.4854 multiply by this
Times
raised to the power 2. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Minus 5.8801
8801
multiply by
1.
x1, sorry, x, then
Yes.
plus 202.88
88.
and just entered. What is your expected value? Sorry,
190.
forecasting is what?
197.48.
Forecast is this. And if I'm going to drag it, I can get it. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And you can see the difference because of what we are going to calculate error.
Yes, sir.
So error error is equals to this sales
Okay.
minus forecast.
German expected.
And oh, I will take I will take actual error, right, this time. Just drag it this. And can we take average of it?
Yes, sir.
And average must be, residual must be what?
0.
Close to 0. What is the you can see what exactly is residual?
0.000.
Very close to 0, na?
Yes,
Right.
sir.
So this method is perfect. And we can see this thing on the basis of what? On the basis of R square. Yes or no? What was the value of R square? That is what? 0.83. That means what? 83%. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now come back on the next thing. Okay. What about in this case? No, just previous case. Just previous case. You can frame 3 questions. You can frame 3 questions in this case. How many? What are those 3 questions?
So relationship between expense and sales.
Okay, this is number 1. Number 2.
What would be the forecast sale of quarter second 2022?
That means we can analyze the time series analysis between the time and sales.
Yes, sir.
Right. And
Yes, sir.
second is what? Time and promotional expenses.
Yes, sir.
Right. All 3 questions are valid or not?
Valid, sir.
Why person are saying that it's not valid?
It is valid, sir.
Actually, what happened, you might have heard one thing. I just stopped sharing my presentation because of I'm going to discuss one thing. You might have heard one thing from your grandparents and parents that especially from your grandparents that our salary was 50 rupee or 45 rupee per month, and the
Yes, sir.
price of pure deshi ghee, right?
Hmm.
Uh, that was 2 rupee kg, 3 rupee
One
kg, so
rupee.
no, 1
Yes,
rupee
sir.
kg, and we purchase this item in 50 paisa or 25 paisa. So what exactly, and can we compare the price of any commodity and the price of the same commodity in today's time? Can we compare? Can we analyze that price of that commodity without analyze with other factor?
No, sir.
If I'll say, if I'm going to spend more money on print media, suppose there is one research, I received one research paper which is written in 2005, which is published in 2005, and that research paper says that if you are going to spend more amount, that is what, there is a direct relationship between the sales and print media advertising. Sales and print media advertising, right? Okay,
Yes, sir.
right. And it is mentioned that if you are going to invest more amount in print media, your sales become high. And after reading that article, I decide in 2022 that I'm going to spend my whole advertisement budget
Budget.
in print media. I'm going to spend whole advertisement budget into print media only, and I want to increase my sale. It's work in this time.
No, sir, it won't.
Reason?
The environmental factor has been changed, sir. The economical factor has changed. Advertising scenario has changed. People
That means
preferences
when
has
we are
changed.
going to study these things, we have to understand also that there is a significant relationship is still maintained or not,
Yes, sir.
right? Earlier, social media advertisement were not there in
Yes,
2000,
sir.
2005, yes or no?
Yes,
If
sir.
I'm talking about this search engine marketing was there, but it was not in on the peak. If
Yeah,
I'm talking
everybody was
about
not
today,
doing.
if I'm
Yes, sir.
talking about today's era, suppose you just search one product on Google or other search engine, you will find on your social media or other media everywhere the same advertisement. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Related advertisement.
Yes, sir.
And it is happening. And it is quite possible that you will purchase that product from online only.
Yes,
You will not visit to the physical shop.
yes, sir.
So this is the impact of the other factor. So similarly, when I'm talking about that, I'm going to analyze these things, that promotional expenses affect the sales or not. Definitely, it's a valid question. And with the help of regression, only regression. And what type of regression? Two variable regression. Yes or no? Why two
Yes, sir.
variable? Because of one variable is dependent variable, another variable is
Independent
independent variable.
very.
So with the help of this regression analysis, you can predict the sales. If you are going to spend 42,000 amount on promotions, right? That what will be your sales. But the other side, can I relate that, can I say that my sales is only depend on promotion?
No,
Or
sir.
my sales is depend on the time factor also? Just tell me. My question is, my sales is depend only promotion only, or my sales is also depend on time factor?
Time factor भी है sir.
Time factor plays an important role, yes or no?
Yes sir.
If somebody will say that during 30 years back or 40 years back, the traveling in plane was very expensive, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And what about now?
Economical.
It is not very much expensive, no?
Yes,
Especially
sir.
I'm talking about domestic flights.
Yes, sir.
It is not very much expensive. It happens just because of what? Competition.
Yes, sir. The competition is the factor, but I don't understand the here in this case the time has impact on sales because the promotional expenses has been given, so we should consider this only.
No, I'm talking about in airlines prices.
Yeah, that is due to
If I
the
will say that in 2000 it was expensive, yes or no?
it was
Right. What about in 2020? It was not that much of expensive.
economical, yes.
Right. What's the reason behind it? Only this what time factor key according to the time the price of the ticket price of airlines are going down. That
No,
means
sir.
in
Because of
2035 it become almost free.
no, sir, it is because of the competition the airline industry has.
That means we have to understand that we have to see that the some factor is going to affect it by time or not. And definitely the price of airlines is not going to affect it by time, but the price of airline tickets are going to affect it by the competition. Right.
Yes, sir.
And number two, in this case, definitely there is no connection between the time frame and promotion. Yes or no?
Yes,
But
sir. There is a
we can say surely that there is a connection between what? Time frame and sales.
but sir, we can say na, that as the time was increasing, we have increased the advertisement expenses as well.
If you will see, when time frame is increasing, the advertisement expenses of corporates are going down. Do you know it?
Yes, sir, it is.
Earlier, you have to pay somewhere around rupees 10 lakh in newspaper for give full page advertisement. Yes or no?
Hmm.
And this time you are not going to pay, you are not going to give 10 lakh to newspaper. You are only spending 2 lakh rupee in social media, or we can say search engine optimization. Search engine optimization, so that the person is going to select any product, your site will come first.
Yes.
So which one is your promotional expenditure is decreasing or increasing?
Sir, in today's scenario, it is decreasing, but in this question, it is increasing.
No, this is also, definitely it's increasing. And this
Yes.
is increasing. Like, we cannot say that increasing in promotion is only depend on time. There
No,
might be
expenses are
another
not
reason.
dependent on time.
It is
Yes, sir.
quite possible. It is quite possible. In 2020, we have only 2 branches, right?
Yes, sir.
One is in Delhi, another is Bombay. Delhi and Bombay.
Mumbai. Yes, sir.
And if I'm talking about in 2000, quarter 4 of 2022, quarter 4 2021, we have 5 branches.
Yes,
And
sir.
this we have 7 branches. So the expenditure increased by the time or increased by the branches?
By the branches.
Right. So that is my purpose is this, that we cannot find the relationship between the variable. Simply what I want to say, my purpose is this. You just look at here. My purpose is this. My concern is this. What happened? We just took any 2 or 3 variables. Yes or no? Then we
Yes.
will find the relationship.
Yes, sir.
And after finding the relationship, we will conclude it. And we will send our research paper for publication.
Yes, sir.
And those research paper will reject it.
Yes, sir.
right? Later on, we were thinking, ki, what happened?
Yes, sir.
When you will discuss those research paper with some expert or some professors or experts in that in the same area, they will tell you, because of you haven't mentioned, you have to take some control variable, ki, okay, these are my control variable, these are my the moderator and all. Then after applying these concepts, you have to find the relationship. You have to develop a model. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And we all face the same problem. Uska reason bhi hai. There is a one simple reason. If I'll ask to you, what type of research paper you are studying, can you tell me the categories?
Categories means international or national?
I'm saying that have you read a research paper which is published in ABDC, A category, A plus
Yes, sir.
category,
Yes,
B
sir.
category,
Yes, sir. Sage and Elsevier's
right?
and
And
Science Direct
what
and
happened?
AMI.
Are you able to understand those research paper at a glance or in first scene?
No, sir. Need 4 or 5 readings.
After 4 or 5 reading, then you will have a little bit idea about that paper, what
What is
exactly is
going on?
happening over there.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that language is so complex. They have taken so many variables in each and every statement. The new concept, new methodology is coming.
Yes, sir. Sometimes the easy concept has become so complex due to the language.
No, reason is this. Actually, if you want to publish in such journals, they want only two things. Number one is either concept must be new. Either concept must be unique or new.
Okay.
Number two, your methodology must be new. Either
Scientific.
methodology must be new or
Mm.
concept must be new.
Mm.
If I will take this water into and put into the another bottle,
Mm.
that new bottle is a new research paper or not?
That is packaging is new, sir.
No, I'm talking about that research is new or not. I'm saying that this is what Bisleri and this is what Aquafina.
And that in that sense it is.
So you definitely that person will say what's new in it.
The content is same.
Content is same now. If
Mm.
you're going to change the title, that means what you want to say, you develop a new concept or new methodology. No.
No. Yes.
Then what happened? I will added some zinc particle into the water. And I'm
Mm.
saying it is zinky water.
Mm.
And it is very much, healthy for those person. And
Mm.
we have conducted this research. These patients were suffering from this problem. We gave this water for this much of period, and after this much of period, we tested, and the results are
The
negative. The problem has been solved.
mm.
Yes,
This is a new concept, new papers.
right. We just add one more variable into the previous findings.
Yes, sir.
So now concept become new now.
Yes, sir.
Or if I'm talking about the same concept, like you just find the relationship between two variable with the help of regression. Yes or no? And your error is coming, say 1.25. The average error coming what?
120.
1.25. Right. And what happened? I took the same data.
Mm.
Because of your study was on the basis of secondary data, right?
Mm. Mm.
I took the same data, and on that data, I applied different regression method. Or
Mm.
also we can say I applied ARIMA.
Okay, sir.
Now the error come at 0.003.
Mm.
And I'm giving the same reference that one of the researcher did research on this part, on the same data. The error was this much. When we applied this method on the same data, the average, the error become this, and it reduced. So this method is more appropriate to forecast this, forecast for the price of the oil, or forecast for the price of the grain and wheat and any item.
Yes, sir.
So this is what I just applied new method. The concept is old.
Yes, sir.
I am just going to relate the time and price, but my concept is, my methodology is new.
Methodology
Got
was
your
different.
point?
Yes, sir.
So this is the way which you have to understand before writing research paper, before analyzing your data. You have to think from all dimensions. That is why what exactly happened when you will write a research paper, how many literature review you do, how
The
many
number of
research paper you read.
research paper, as I'm doing my paper writing on this forecasting of foreign exchange.
Mhm.
I have gone through the paper where they are using Excel, they are using AI, they are using Arima, they are using different methods. I have read number of papers. Then I
Right.
finally thought that I should go for AI. AI is the better part to analyze the
Def-
forecasting.
Definitely AI and machine learning. If I'm talking about machine learning now, that is
Yes, sir.
fantastic model.
Yes, sir. But that is not my forte, sir. So that's why I came to the Excel, came
Mhm.
back to basic first.
And I hope it is beneficial to you also, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, very much, sir.
So if I'm talking about, because of you are doing PhD, you are writing thesis, right? If I'm talking about those person who already done their PhD and they are writing research paper, please let me know how many research paper you just go through for literature purpose when you are writing your research paper. Please let me know. I'm talking about those who are doctorate. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 persons are there. Yes, please. What happened on the basis of 3, 4, 5, or hardly 10 papers, we will go through it. Yes or no? And on the basis of that, those 10 papers or 15 papers, we reach on conclusion. We will, take the title of the research paper and writing research. We forgot that there are so many other factors are there. If you will go through somewhere around 40, 50 research paper, and research paper must be contemporary research paper.
Yes, sir. Not the
Last
1860.
last 2, 3 years only.
Hmm.
Not you are not supposed to use research paper which is published in 2005, 2002, 2007, because
This
of
paper, sir, I have seen the citation that people have considered the Sharpe ratio model of 1896. They have
maybe.
quoted.
Maybe methodology is a different issue, na? I'm talking about content part. I'm talking about variables,
Okay, sir.
right? Definitely, if I am talking about the methodology, if I'm talking about the this what we called Likert scale,
Yes, sir.
definitely your citation must be 1972.
Yes, sir.
Got your point? That is
Got
not
it.
the matter. And you will find the same citation in 2022 paper. Na? If I'm going to
Yes,
write research paper and I am going to use Likert scale,
yes,
definitely I will cite that. Even I won't cite, but I will mention that name of the author and research paper and journal,
who had invented the
right? It is
yes, sir.
mandatory. Otherwise, the person will
It is.
going to ask how you will come to know about this Likert scale.
Yes,
Each
sir.
and every person knows it, what exactly Likert scale. But it is a mandatory when you are talking about the research paper or thesis, you have to cite each and everything. Because of it is important concept, na?
Yes, sir.
That is why.
Plagiarism.
So this is what on the basis of 40-50 research paper, contemporary research paper, which is published in fantastic journal, top journals, then you have an idea, oh my God, this is also done, this is also done, this is also done. When you will make a chart now, this is done, this is done, this is done, then you will find there is no relationship between this variable and this variable. Now I'm going to take this variable and this variable, and I will find the impact of these two. Yes or no? And I am 100% sure you will find those variables. You just write a research paper. Might be the length of your research paper is only 5 pages, A4 size pages. That research paper is 100% published easily. Otherwise, what happen? We will take some paper and we will read it. We will develop our concept. We will write it. Then we will collect data on the basis of same pattern. We will analyze it and send it.
And got
And
rejection.
we will find very soon desk rejection.
Yes, sir.
Right. So this is what I want to say to you all. Right. And I told you that regression is not simple regression. There are many assumptions which I discussed with you. Right. When you have a data, you have to go through with all the assumption that your assumption is fulfilled or not. And I know it very well that every assumption is not going to fulfill. But I want that your maximum assumption must be fulfilled. And there is one tool for it. And how you will do it, I'm just going to analyze it. And there's one person who asked me this question as well in beginning, that you have a data of say 5,000, yes or no, and you want to take a sample of 300 or 500. I think this question was asked now.
Yes, sir.
You asked this question?
No, sir, I wasn't there.
And someone asked this question. I'm going to tell you how you will get the sample. And that method is wonderful. Just look at here. It is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How many data you want? Price. Just for example. And don't consider it that it's your price. How many data you have now? 2000?
2000.
2000, right? So you have data that is 2000. Okay. So you have data of 2000. Now, how much sample size you want? 500? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So 500 sample size, if you want, you just go to the data analysis, and you just look at here. There is one tool, that is what, sampling. Just click on sampling and click OK. You will find this dialog box visible.
Yes, sir.
First is what? Input range. I'm just going to input range, right?
Hmm.
Label is there. Now, what type of sampling you want? Periodic sampling you want or random sampling? And I always suggest you will take a random sampling,
Yes, sir.
right? And how many sample size you want? 500.
500.
And where you want sample? On the same sheet or the new sheet?
Same sheet.
Suppose I want to take on same sheet, right? And here I want to take the sample. And sample size is what? 500 now?
Yes, sir.
Just click OK and enjoy your life. Got it?
Hmm.
This is what? 500. Look at here. What's the benefit of it? Okay, suppose you have a large data, what you will do, you just develop different sample from large data. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
You just develop different sample from large data and apply the regression assumption on it. In which data set you will find that your assumption, most of the assumption are going to fulfill. You will take that data set only and forget about rest. Have you manipulate your data? No.
No. No.
Because of it is random sample now.
Yes, sir.
And your assumption is also fulfilled.
Yes.
That means your analysis become perfect. There is no error.
No errors.
And easily your paper will be accepted. And sometimes it happens. There are some editors, they may ask you, please provide your data. When they have some doubt now on your data, on your analysis, they may ask, please provide your data sheet, so that they will check it that your response was correct or not. They will do cross-examination. So in that case, you will provide the data. Your answer will remain same.
Yes, sir.
If you calculate. So this is what which you can do. Otherwise, what happen if you are going to change the values on your level? Okay, I will make it 14.2 instead of 14.2. I will make it 16.5, 13.3. Make it 15.25. It becomes so complex. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And
Sometimes
after these
from bias.
manipulation, it is not sure that you will achieve your all assumption of regression.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, if you have any doubt, you may ask. Please. Yes, come
Sir,
on.
good evening. Sir, good
Yeah.
evening.
Very good evening.
Can we use this Excel platform for making sample output of stratified or some other methods? Just you shown in simple random.
Mm-hmm.
Is this support?
We have two things, either periodical or random. If you will see, I'll show you again. It is visible.
Yes, sir.
Right. This is what we use first, simple random sample this time. Right. This is what? Simple random sample. Right. And again, I'm going to use sampling method. This is what? Now we have periodic. That means fifth. Every fifth number. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So total sample is what?
2000.
2000. And
Yes, sir.
periodic is what? 5. Just click
Yes, sir.
OK.
400 data.
This is what? 500. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So this is 400 आया होगा, ये अपना उसका बाकी ओवरराइट हो गया. Yes or no? Simple
Yes,
random
sir.
sample का.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Okay, we take the same place. I'll do it again and click OK. This is what? 400. Now you can see. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
But if you want to, stratified sampling on the basis of certain your assumption, it is very tough. This is what systematic sampling now.
Yes, sir. Sequencing. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. And that is not possible. We have two methods only, either periodic or another is what? Random.
Random.
And random is best method. And every time you will get a different output. If I use it now, every time you can find different output. You can try it now. Just a minute. I'm just going to delete it and see the result. I'll show you. Analyze, simple random, and this what random, right? Can I take 100? Why 100? I'll take 25. So it is visible to, or we can easily analyze, right? Can you see the values?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now I'm going to do it again. And I'll take at EF. I'll take F. And just OK. Can you see values are same?
No, sir.
That means every time you will get a different value. And the pattern of these values are not same. Got it?
Yes, sir.
So this is what basically when you have a large data, you will take some sample, and once you learn it, Excel will not much time, and it is already seen by you. Either you can apply any method due to my actually that add-ins is expire. Otherwise, there are some add-ins which is costly, somewhere around $100 or $200 per annum. Which it becomes so easy to analyze the ARIMA model, right? But although you can use Excel, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, any other doubt, please?
Sir, excuse me again. If here 3 sample distributions were given, I mean shown by your demonstration.
Mm-hmm.
So every time the sample distribution will be displayed in a different pattern. So if anyone asks, which one can be selected? Can we confine for the first time, or can we go for several times?
No, actually, what happened, your distribution, when we talk about the regression analysis, if I'm talking about, right? Especially, okay, in time series analysis, your distribution doesn't matter. Got your point?
But the sample is, I mean, showing in a different manner.
Your sample, in case of a regression analysis, your sample distribution must be normal, but it is not mandatory in time series analysis.
Okay, sir. Okay, I got it.
Right. Yeah, any other problem, please?
Sir,
And
I have
yeah, please.
Sir, I am doing company analysis, sir. Company
Okay.
performance
Okay.
measuring by FDA inflows.
Company analysis on the basis of what?
Company performance variable with FDA inflows. I am doing regression on both, sir. With the
Okay.
both.
Okay.
Here, FDI is my independent variable. Company performance variables are dependent variables. I am doing single regression. That
Right.
means 2 variable regression. One
Right.
is independent, one is dependent. Independent is
Okay.
FA and dependent is a company performance. By
Okay.
taking all those variables, I am doing individually, sir. Here,
Right.
I have one doubt is whether I have to check all those assumptions, whether the multicollinearity, autocorrelation, and the heterozygosity for these variables. What are the different?
At least you have to check number one, that is what your data is normally distributed or not. Number one.
Okay, sir.
Number two, that is what collinearity. That is, there is a linearity or not. And you can find it with the help of value of R. Yes or no? R and R square.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. The value of R must be above 0.7 and R square above 0.5. Right.
Okay, sir.
Then you will come to the third assumption that there must be what?
Sir,
The residual.
R above 7, sir.
R above 7.
R square, sir.
R square 0.5.
Okay, sir.
R above 0.7 and R square is 0.5. Because of when you are going to square of 0.7, it becomes 0.45.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is why 0.5 I am considering.
Okay.
At least 50% variance in dependent variable must be explained by independent variables, right?
Okay, sir. Yes, yes.
And it in fact it has happened in our parliament also, na? For to showing the majority, we want minimum 51%. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So same we are going to consider it in this regression.
Okay. Sir, one more thing, sir.
Right.
I am analyzing trends of FDA inflows in India. FDA inflows in India. Whether for forecasting these trends, I have to use linear or polynomial or else average model, sir.
You just draw a scattered plot and find the regression line, right?
Yes,
and
sir.
just double click on that regression line. You will find a different like exponential, linear, polynomial pattern over there.
Yes,
You
sir.
just
Yes,
click
sir.
one time at exponential, second on linear, third time polynomial, and see the value of R square.
Okay, okay.
In which you will find the R square maximum. You will choose that regression equation. It might be polynomial, it might be it is linear, it might be it is exponential, right?
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thanks a
Yes.
lot, sir.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Yes, anyone? Okay, so there is no doubt, I think, right? Even I'm saying if you have any doubt, if you have any query, without any hesitation, you can call me, you can contact to me on my email ID, and my email ID, my contact number is available on Google only. You have to just search my name on Google, right? You will get information about me.
That's great, sir.
And I request you also that you just give me the feedback on Google review. And on that day, I think 2% said, sir, there is no issue and we will do it right now. In fact, in last 3 days, I haven't seen. So I think there is no query, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Now I'm going to
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. I think those participants were waiting for the last day to get over to put the Google review. So today,
Okay.
definitely, tomorrow morning when you will get up with so many reviews.
I hope.
Definitely. So now I request some of the participants to kindly give your feedback on this platform also. How did you find the workshop? How did you find these 7 days, whatever you have learned from Professor Brijesh Awasthi, sir? So I request some of you to kindly raise your hands so that you can give feedback for sir. Sandeepti ji, your hand is already up. If you okay, Aditi ma'am and Mahipal sir have already raised their hands. So we'll start with Mahipal sir. Mahipal ji, please carry on.
This is a wonderful session for me because I have some not knowledge of multiple regression. I also completely known, but not as a 100% sure about of multiple regression or linear regression. So Dr. Bridges sir have to very very known my curiosity and increasing my knowledge. To thanks a lot, Bridges sir. And thanks a lot for Ravi sir to arrange this wonderful session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
very much,
Mahipal
sir.
sir. Thank you for your valuable feedback, sir. Now, Aditi ma'am, do you want to give your feedback for sir?
It's my pleasure to give a feedback, ma'am, as the knowledge the sir has shared with us is immense. It's commendable. The way he teaches, the way he explains the concept is very easy. Earlier, I was too scared of the mathematics and the statistics, but now how the sir has delivered all the concepts, and that was commendable and that was very, very understandable. I'm so thankful, sir, that I have attended the session just because I was working on a forecasting paper. That's why I found this workshop and I joined the workshop, and it is very much helpful for me. And definitely, sir, I'll contact you because I need your help in future endeavors as well, sir. I hope you will help me.
Sure, ma'am, 100%.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you, Aditi ma'am. Thank you for your valuable feedback. Anyone else? Satta ji, the name which is mentioned as Satta. Yes, please. Do you want to speak something about sir? The name which... Ji.
Madam, very thanks. Very thanks. All session is very best. Thanks.
Thank you, Ji. Thank you, sir. Anyone else? Sandeepti ji, your hand is raised. Do you want to speak something?
No, ma'am, it was already raised before.
Okay, yes, exactly. I had seen that it was already raised. Probably it was raised for some time.
This session was very good because it was very useful for my research work, which I am doing a thesis on time series data. Thank you, Bridges sir, and thank you to Ravi sir for conducting this amazing workshop. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So thank you so much all the participants for your valuable feedbacks. And sir, definitely you must be contented to know that after so much of hard work in these 7 days, and especially when you were not well also, the participants are satisfied. That calls for a very kudos or congratulations to you. So now, with the permission of Captain Dr. Ravikant Modi sir, I'll move forward for the formal vote of thanks for this workshop. So shall I?
Yes, please.
Yes. So, our eminent resource person, Professor Brijesh Awasthi sir, President of Inspira Research Association, Jaipur, Professor S.S. Modi sir, Vice Chancellor of Chandragupta Institute of Management, Patna, Bihar, Professor Rana Singh sir, Captain Dr. Ravikant Modi, General Secretary of Inspira Research Association, Jaipur, the whole management and team of Inspira Research Association and Chandragupta Institute of Management, Patna, and most importantly, all dear participants. Research is a process of knowledge building that inspires the personal growth and gives an analytical view to interpret and solve the problems in a very effective way. There are a number of paid and trial softwares for conducting research, but MS Excel is a useful platform for statistical and plotting platform functions. As Professor Brijesh sir said, that MS Office is also a paid software. But sir, I feel somehow, fortunately, it is the software which we all have on our desktop and laptops. So it becomes little easier for us to conduct research through this software. Professor Brijesh sir delivered a highly effective session for 7 days on the topic time series analysis and forecasting using Excel, and covered modules like regression analysis, linear regression, probability models, estimating the autocorrelation function, and fitting arena models. And finally, useful tips for writing the research paper. I show my deepest gratitude towards our resource person, Professor Brijesh Avasthi sir, on behalf of Inspira Research Association as well as Chandragupta Institute of Management, Patna. I express profound gratitude towards Chandragupta Institute of Management, especially Professor Rana Singh sir, and President of Inspira Research Association, Professor S.S. Modi sir, for this worthy collaboration. I wish to thank Captain Dr. Ravikant Modi sir for such an effective coordination of the program. And most importantly, I wish to thank all the participants from all across the nation who have participated in this workshop and not only participated, but actively participated with a lot of enthusiasm and zeal. Thank you so much once again to all of you. But before winding up, I request Captain Dr. Ravikant Modi sir to announce the next event which Inspira is going to conduct. So, Dr. Ravikant Modi
Thank you,
sir.
ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. First of all, thanks to all the participants. We feel pleasure to having organized a 1 week workshop on time series analysis and forecasting using Excel. I am thankful to all the participants for showing overwhelming response and joining the program on all the 7 days with a great enthusiasm. We have been fortunate to have an eminent resource person from academia working in the area of research methodology and statistical techniques as Professor Brijesh Avasthi sir. As stated earlier in the beginning of this workshop, Dr. Avasthi has already conducted and delivered many special courses and FDPs throughout the country on research methodology, pedagogy, personal effectiveness and work ethics, SPSS and financial modeling. Inspira Research Association has organized many such programs earlier also with Professor Avasthi as resource person. We are very, very thankful to Professor Avasthi for delivering his best during last 7 days. I am quite sure that participants must have benefited by attending this 1 week workshop FDP. And I once again thankful to Professor Brijesh Avasthi for sparing a week's time for this workshop as a sole resource person and for delivering the session very, very knowledgeable, impressive, effective, and informative with excellent explanation. As such, all the sessions during last 7 days for this workshop were very informative and knowledgeable. The discussed areas are of great benefit to the participant as the topics match with the academic curriculum. Participants were educated on the most widely used topic, time series analysis and forecasting using Excel. The participants gained fundamental and practical knowledge in detail about this important topic as a part of research methodology. This workshop was immensely useful for the beginner level and middle level research scholars as well as faculty also. The faculty and research scholars can get technical inputs for their research work from Professor Avasthi sir also. This in turn will help in motivating participants as well as faculty and research scholars. So being motivated from this grand success of this 7 days workshop, Inspira Research Association has finalized to organize a 2 days virtual international multidisciplinary conference on innovations, research and challenges in current scenario of global economy on 26th and 27th August 2022 in collaboration with Kaveri College of Arts, Science and Commerce, Pune. In this conference, on each day, 2 keynote speakers would address on the theme, and thereafter participants would present their papers online on Zoom. we will soon share the brochure of this conference on the mail IDs and WhatsApp group. You can register in this upcoming conference if you want. And Academic Excellence Awards and Best Paper Presentation Awards will also announce in this conference. So you can make your resume also and CV. And about this workshop, I will share a feedback link with all of you just after half an hour. So please fill it mandatory, because on the basis of you fill the entries in the feedback, we will make the certificates. So please submit this mandatory. We will mail, and we will I will also WhatsApp you the link, the feedback link. So I once again thanks everyone whose contribution has made this 7 days workshop a grand success. Thank you all of you.
Sir, just a
Thank you,
second.
Brijesh sir,
Sorry
once again.
to-
Thank you, Aarti ma'am.
Thank
And
you.
please,
Sir, thank you,
participants,
sir.
please, if you can
Yes.
switch on your videos,
Switch on your videos.
so that we can take some screenshots.
Exactly.
We can post into social media and our website also.
Exactly. This is what I was about
And
to say.
it will be your presence also. We'll show your presence also. Thank you so much. And if you have any query, you can WhatsApp me, you can call me anytime. We will issue the certificates within 2-3 days after the submitting of your feedback links. Thank you.